Hello, everybody. We're back to the Wealth Management Advisory Club meeting. This is our last meeting of the semester. Yes, I know everyone says their last one, but don't worry, we'll be back next semester in the spring. Thankfully. Okay, before we begin, I'm just going to say for all our WMA members, please stay behind. We do have some important announcements for next semester. But this is a meeting I've been waiting for a long time, for the longest time ever. And I am not going to introduce the guests. I'm going to have our very own co-social media manager, Lindsay, introduce our guests. So Lindsay, if you want to come up here. Yes. Oh, he already texted me. Already. You're good. I was about to message you. Okay. So Lindsay, you come up here. You can. Yeah, that's not.
Hi, everyone. Okay. We're going to introduce Jack Mitchell. He was born and raised in East Hanover, New Jersey, and graduated from Hanover Park High School in June 2020. He is a junior accounting major at FDU Silberman College of Business. He is involved in numerous clubs at FDU Silberman. He is also a member of the Beta Alpha Psi Nu Sigma Accounting Society, Marketing Club, Finance Club, CFA Club. He is also a member of the FDU Silberman Dean Student Advisory Board and an e-board member of the Student Management Investment Fund, where they invest $100,000 in the stock market. Plus, he is the president of the Wealth Management Advisory Club. On top of that, he is participating in the 2022 Bloomberg Global Trading Challenge as a team captain for the FDU Silberman College of Business. He has achieved over 50 certifications ranging from Bloomberg to social media. Last night, he became the brand new treasurer of Beta Alpha Psi Nu Sigma chapter. In the process, made FDU Silberman history by becoming the first FDU Silberman student to become an e-board member of 3 different business clubs at the same time, Smith, BAP, and WMA, completing the trifecta or the triple crown. Outside of FDU Silberman, he is a member of New Jersey Certified Public Accountants, American Institute of Certified Public Accountants, NJCPA Morris Sussex Chapter, NJCPA Student Programs and Scholarships Committee, NJCPA Accounting and Auditing Standards Interest Group, NJCPA Business and Industry Professionals Interest Group, NJCPA Cannabis Interest Group, NJCPA Emerging Leaders Interest Group, NJCPA Emerging Technologies Interest Group, NJCPA Federal Taxation Interest Group, NJCPA Governmental Accounting and Auditing Interest Group, NJCPA Nonprofit Interest Group, NJCPA State Taxation Interest Group, AICPA NJ Chapter, Associate General Accountant, AGA North New Jersey Chapter, the American Finance Association, E-Marketing Association, International Federation of Accountants, National Association of Sales Professionals, the Professional Accounting Society of America, Young CPA Network, Institute of Management Accountants, and IMA, Morris/Essex Chapter. He is also a campus ambassador for Wiley, Wiley Edge, NJCPA, AICPA, IMA, Centered Collegiate World, Career Village, First Card, FLIT Invest, Buddy, and World College Poker. Plus, he is a brand ambassador for Popple. Sorry if I pronounced that wrong. He is also not the only director of Buddy's Campus Ambassador Program, which he built from the ground up, but also the chief operating officer at Buddy, which is a startup social media application exclusive to undergrads seeking to create connections, encourage transparency, and facilitate comfort within the college student community. By uniting mental wellness with social life, students will always have a buddy. He interned with PKF O'Connor Davies in June 2021 for their freshman pathway program one-day internship, then externed with AT&T in July 2021 with their AT&T Summer Learning Academy, then interned at Witham in tax verification in spring 2022, then externs, with AT&T once again in June 2022, a part of their 2022 AT&T B2B Business Sales Academy. Finally, he interned with Deloitte in audit and assurance in summer 2022. He just finished up with a 4-week cohort internship successfully in audit and assurance. He will be interning once again at Witham in spring 2023 in tax, and will be interning with Weiss & Co. in summer 2023 in audit and assurance. Fun fact about Jack is that he is ranked #1 in FDU Silberman's professional development program with over 9,025 points. And he is the first FDU Silberman to not only break 3K, 4K, 5K, 6K, 7K, but 8K and 9K points, but also to reach level 2 and level 3 in the PDP program. And on behalf of the entire WMA club and WMA club e-board, we would like to say thank you to all you do for this club. All of your sacrifices that you made to this club to make this the #1 FDU Silberman College Business Club is undeniable. Thank you for being an inspiration for all FDU Silbermans. Thank you. And here is the guy.
Thank you, Lindsay. Thank you. Thank you, guys. This is actually my last Wiley presentation for the year, so I'm actually going to bang with this one. So, all right, let me share my screen and let's get this rolling. I just got to get my slide deck up here. Oh boy, hopefully I have the right one. If I don't, I'm in big trouble. All right, here we go. Okay, got this here. Gonna do done. Let's change some things around. All right. Okay, so first off, if anyone wants to scan the QR code up there, you get to sign up for our raffle for a free certification course of your choice. You guys do that now, and do not worry, I will put it at the end of the presentation as well. But all right, so you may have heard of Wiley. John Wiley and Sons. We've been around for over 200 years of excellence. You may have seen us in textbooks, intermediate accounting. You may have also seen it in books, Accounting for Dummies, which in my opinion, accountants are not dummies. They're actually kind of awesome people. And not only that, you might have seen us in our homework service website, Wiley Plus, for all your homework needs. Just recently, we were industry recognized platform geared towards your learning style. Our platform won the 2021 SIIA Cody Award, the only peer recognized program honoring education products. And we have been America's most trusted product company for this year, ranked by Newsweek. So we're very proud of that. So just to add on to that, so Wiley has been a valued source of information for more than 200 years. Our content, products, and services help research professionals, educators, and students around the world meet their needs and fulfill their aspirations. Over 5,000 employees plus worldwide, $1.8 billion in revenue. 50% of our revenue comes out of the United States, and 60% of our revenue comes out of our digital products. So enough said about me, because I know Lindsay did an amazing job speaking about me, but I have here today my partner in crime, who actually is the head of Wiley's Campus Ambassador Program, Zach Day. Zach, if you want to introduce yourself, you can.
Yeah, thank you, Jack. And yep, as Jack said, I am the Student Success Program Manager for Wiley. So I manage the Campus Ambassador Program that Jack is a part of, as well as one other program, student program for Wiley, which is the Student Partner Program. So right now with the Campus Ambassador Program, it's the role that Jack's in right now, and it's basically promoting Wiley's test review products across college campuses in the United States and Canada. And you all are lucky today because Jack is our all-star campus ambassador. So I'll pass it back off to him and let him take it away with the presentation.
Thank you, Zach, for that. I believe this year I presented, I presented Rowan, TCNJ, and I think Villanova. So fourth university I'm presenting to this year. So what do I do as a Wiley campus ambassador? I help spread awareness of Wiley efficient learning products, help share presentations info for Wiley relevant to you guys, and also help you guys get a discount on a test prep course of your choice. So usually the order I do, if you watched last year's presentation, we usually do the other certifications, but we're actually changing things up a bit. I'm going to talk about Wiley's Campus Ambassador Program just a little bit more. The other certifications, then we're going to talk about then the CMA exam, the CFA exam, and then an exam I've never talked about before, but it's the first time I will be talking about it, the CFP exam. And then I will go over a live demo of the Excel course again for CPA, CMA, CFA. Is the same spiel, but just different materials on there. Then our discounts and survey, and then our Q&A session at the end. If guys, if any questions, please put them in the group, put them in the chat, unmute yourselves. I have no problem stopping and answering your questions. So before we go on to the meat of all this, let me just talk about first about our campus ambassador program. So currently we are not hiring at the moment. We are kind of restructuring everything around, but I will let you guys know if we do reopen it again for applications. So Wiley's Campus Ambassador Program provides college students with an opportunity to build a network while spreading awareness about Wiley efficient learning, accounting, finance, business, and technology exam review courses, scholarships, programs, study materials, and events. So basically, if you do become a CA for Wiley, you do get a professional resume blurb, LinkedIn recommendation, ongoing opportunities for network and professional development, or invitation only online community, the Efficient Learning Studio. And I think this is the big one I think that everyone should do. You get free access to any exam review course of your choice. So CPA, CMA, CFA, CFP. You don't even have to pay a single dime if you get in. Now, however, with those great rewards come great responsibilities. And basically you have to do is distribute promotional materials on campus throughout social sharing, inform students at club and faculties about the review course like I'm doing right now. And when you do decide to graduate, when you do graduate, you will have to find another campus rep prior to graduation. So I'm actually going to get out of this, hopefully. Oh, I wish I can. Okay, perfect. And I'm going to show you guys a little sneak peek of what does the Wiley Studio look like. Ta-da! So basically here is basically we have our homepage of our form. It's kind of like a Reddit, like Discord form you have here. All of our activities, get the message and communicate with all of our campus ambassadors all around the country. You have our activities, rewards, brochures, and CA training. Now, so the first thing you do when you do become a campus ambassador for Wiley, you do the CA training. Believe me, it's very, very easy. It's basically, just watch the videos. It'll basically explain to you how to promote Wiley on your campus. If this would like to load today, oh, there it is. Technology today. Am I right? So slow today. So while I'm waiting for that to load up, you will get brochures about CPA, CMA, CFA exam to hand out to your student, hand out to your friends, and also your professors. And you also do activities. So every time you do an activity, you get points. Those points will be able to be redeemable to earn prizes. And I know we've done, I think in the past, we've done a Halloween quest, we've done a Thanksgiving quest, we did one on St. Patrick's Day. They even encourage you guys to post social media about their scholarship opportunities, their newsletters, and everything else like that. So really, it is actually worth it to do it. Now, let me get to the fun part, the rewards. But before I talk about what you can redeem your points for, let me just talk about these two real quick, which I honestly highly suggest. Please redeem these first because they're actually important. If you redeem 1,000 points, you will get a platinum level upgrade in your the program. So basically, everything I'm going to talk about later about our levels of our product. Basically, you get the platinum level, you get everything included in it. And you start out with gold, and then you have to work your way up to platinum. And if you want to get everything printed out, which I actually did that 3 times for CPA, the CMA, CFA, so I have it all. You actually do 8,000 points, but it's not required because I know most of us, Gen Zers, we obviously want to do things on the computer. So after you redeem your points for here, then you can redeem your points for the fun stuff: Starbucks gift cards, Amazon gift cards. What do we got here? Uber gift cards, a prepaid $50 gift card, and even Athletica gift card. So moral of the story is this: redeem your points here first, then everything else second, because it's going to help you when you take your exams. It's basically very simple. I don't know if Zach, you want to add on to what I just said there about the CA program, but you can if you want.
You pretty much hit most of it. I will add that the Student Studio is also a great spot to network and connect with other students, not only in the Campus Ambassador program, but this also houses the other program I mentioned, the Student Partner group. So aside from the training, aside from the rewards that are open to all the students, it's also a great.
I think we lost him there for a second. I guess we'll get back to him on that then. Yeah. Okay. All right. We'll wait for Zach. Oh, there.
Oh, all right, here we go.
Second. So that's why.
Sorry about that. Did you hear any of what I just said?
Yeah, you can repeat it again.
Yeah, no problem. We got some storms passing through, so the Wi-Fi has been a little shaky today. But basically, Jack mentioned all the big stuff with the Student Studio. I will mention another aspect of it is the opportunity to network and connect with other students, not only in the Campus Ambassador program, but with our other student partner program that I mentioned earlier. So aside from the training and the rewards that are available, it's a great spot to meet new students in the US and Canada and create relationships for down the road.
And I will actually add this as a question because I know we do have some of our members in Metro. And since we do have a Metro campus, is there actually a way to have at least two campus ambassadors represent two campuses? So like we have one in Florham, there could be another one in Metro, or does it just have to be one?
What was that? Sorry, the Wi-Fi is not
So-
cooperating
Yeah.
today.
So we've had some people that actually, they were talking to me, they're like, oh, I want to become a Wiley campus ambassador. And I didn't know, actually, is there actually a way that one campus, like one university could actually have two CAs from like different campuses, like one here on our Florham campus, one on our Metro campus, or does it just have to be one?
Oh, absolutely. We're open to any campus. We cap the number of
Do the Jeopardy music. Oh, there you go.
Yeah, what was that picture taken?
That was, I don't know when that was taken.
Is that your senior picture?
No, that wasn't my senior. Oh, wait, the picture I had before?
Yes.
Yeah, I think it was my senior picture.
You need to update it.
I know, I have an updated version of it. Yeah. All right, I guess we lost Zach. Oh no, I don't know if Zach, you're still there or not. Okay. While we wait for him, I'm gonna move on because we have a limited amount of time. So over here, we have our Venn diagram. Maybe wondering why we call it a Venn diagram. Well, it's actually based off our lead instructor for the CFP exam review, Ben Jones, CFA, CFP certified, also CPA certified. And over here, we have our Venn diagrams. Obviously, we have our CFA financial analysis, investment management, CFP certified personal financial management, business op management, MBA, CPA language of business, business analysis and interpersonal communication. Bases or stackable skills that can up leverage your career, and overlapping can strengthen a specialization. So now I'm going to talk about the other certification courses we do over here at Wiley. CFA exam. I'm going to talk about this a little later, so we're going to talk about that later. The CAI exam, the specialized in alternative investments such as hedge funds, private equities, real assets, commodities, and structured products. The FRM exam, which is a globally recognized standard for risk professionals. The CMT exam, which is a global designation for practitioners of the technical analysis. The CFP exam, I will talk about this a little later as well. And the CIVA exam, which is a professional certification for financial advisors and investment consultants in advanced portfolio construction. So now part three. So obviously I'm going to talk about the CMA exam, even though this is called wealth management. We do have some accounting majors in here. We do have some finance majors here. So I thought, why not talk about the CMA exam? I'm not going to talk about the CPA exam. If you want that, you can basically watch. I think I made a presentation about it. I think I may have recorded, but I don't know. Maybe don't hold me accountable for that. But let's move on. CMA exam. So basically we're talking about the IMA and the CMA designation, the CMA exam requirements, how the CMA is a competitive advantage against for students, and how students can succeed with Wiley CMA Excel course. So the CMA designation. So basically, I just want to put this picture in there because obviously, we don't want you guys to read off the screen. We want you guys to look at pictures and be engaging. So basically, the value of professional certification, you see here, the cash flow, it's definitely worth it if you do go for more certification, CPA, CMA. So why certification? It's a stamp of excellence. Certification can help you get hired. By the way, just to answer the question that I had, Zach was able to put in the chat. We offer the campus ambassador programs across campuses of the same school, and in many cases, allow multiple campus ambassadors within the same campus. So just answer that question. Earn more money, and certification can keep you current, and obviously it really should. And I think if you are a finance major, definitely go for CFA, CFP, accounting, CPA, CMA as well. So IMA, which is the Institute of Management Accountants. Basically, the IMA is a leading association dedicated to developing, certifying, connecting, supporting the world's best accountants and financial professionals in the business. We have a network of more than 90,000 members worldwide with 300 plus local chapters. Our global offices in the United States, regional offices in China, Singapore, Europe, and the Middle East. Fun fact, the global office for IMA is actually located in New Jersey, in Montville, New Jersey. So if you ever go up there, go visit their office. It's actually kind of a pretty cool place. And I'm also an ambassador for IMA. So I actually had a good chance to visit their office. It's actually amazing to go there. We do provide the best in-class certification for critical internal financial management responsibilities, including planning, budgeting, business reporting, decision analysis, and risk management. And there are student chapters at colleges and universities all around the world. And luckily enough, I actually was able to present anything last year. Actually, no, not last year, last semester to a couple of IMA student chapters. It's actually pretty interesting because I honestly thought it was just, BAP and accounting society. And then when I heard about IMA, and I'm like, oh, wow, they actually have student chapters. I'm like, wow, that's another avenue for me to present. So kind of actually cool. So what does IMA provide? Like I said earlier, IMA is a leading resource for developing, certifying, connecting the world's best accountants and finance professionals in the business. I kind of see it like this. You have accounting majors, you have finance majors, you mash them together, you get the best of both worlds. But what does the IMA provide? We do have professional development, networking, which I think every single business student should be doing right now. Every one of you guys should be doing it. Even if you guys are freshmen, sophomore, junior, senior, grad student, you guys can continuously be networking. Award-winning publications, leadership opportunities, and the CMA designation, Certified Management Accountant, which I will talk about in a little bit. So, who we are, what we do, and where we work. So basically, we're going to talk about first the orange squares here. So basically, who we are, basically our VP of Finance, Controller, Finance Manager, and CFO. What we do is in the green squares, basically is support business management, strategic development, provide accurate information for better decisions, executing budgeting and forecasting, establish and maintain internal controls, act as trusted business advisors, and also plan for the long term. And then where we work is the blue square. So basically they work in government organizations, not-for-profit organizations, private firms, multinational corporations, and academic institutions. And fun fact, we do actually, I think we have around 1, 2, 3 professors here at FDU who are certified CMA, and actually 2 of them I had. Actually, funny, if I had 2 of them in the same semester for accounting, so it's kind of pretty cool. And I think our head of our accounting department is actually CMA certified. So that's a fun fact you guys can learn tonight. So just to, get this difference out of the way for any of the accounting majors that are here, what's the difference between CPA and CMA? Well, CPA is the governing body is the AICPA, the American Institute of Certified Public Accountants, with over 55 U.S. states and territories, over 658,000 actively licensed CPAs. While on the other hand, the CMA, their governing body is the IMA, over 150 countries and 75,000 CMAs awarded to the state, and it's continuously growing each and every single day. So the CMA, like I said earlier, I'm not going to read number 1 because I already said it right twice. But CMAs work in all organizations of all types, sizes, and industries. And to date, 55,000 plus CMAs are awarded into 100 countries, and there's 4,000 CMAs granted each year on average. And for anybody who's interested in actually getting their CMA certification, I'll tell you guys actually get it for free actually in a little bit. So, who is the CMA for? The CMA is for professionals who want to differentiate themselves and want more accounting and finance skills. They're also for employers who see a skills gap in their employees and want to embrace continuous education and also need assistance in hiring. And students, you guys who are here right now and on Zoom, who want to accelerate their careers and want to make stand out from the competition. So the difference is in the numbers. So the old saying goes, numbers never lie. So basically each year, the IMA conducts a salary survey of accounting and finance professionals around the world. In 2016, the survey showed that the US CMA certified professionals earn on average 1/3 more in total annual compensation than their non-certified peers. The message from this survey is that CMA certification provides a positive ROI, a return on investment. It is worthwhile becoming a CMA. So now CMA requirements. Yeah, we just stop worrying about accounting and actually do some accounting. That'd be great. Trying to be funny here. I know it sounds like a lecture, but come on, laugh. It's funny. It's supposed to be happy. See, there you go. All right. So the CMA requirements, you have the bachelor's degree. Obviously, that's where you guys are here right now. College, active membership in the IMA, 2 years of relevant work experience to be in accounting and finance, and you take the CMA exam. Now, you may be wondering, well, how long is the CMA exam? Well, it's actually half of the CPA exam, cut in half. So basically, it's 2 exams in 2 parts. So basically, it'll be 100 multiple choice questions in each with 2 essays. You must pass 50% of the multiple choice questions on the essays, and scores are delivered around 6 weeks after the test is taken. So basically, you probably wonder now, Jack, what am I going to get examined on? Well, you're going to get examined on this. And I'm going to talk about now both part 1 and 2 of the CMA exam. As long as my slides connect. Oh, there's my notes. Perfect. All right. So the part 1 of the exam is called Financial Planning, Performance, and Analytics. There's 6 sections. So the first section being external financial reporting decisions, and it covers financial accounting topics similar to what you've learned in your intermediate financial accounting course. So for example, IFA 1, IFA 2. The next 3 sections, planning, budgeting, forecasting, performance management, cost management, covers topics that you would learn in your cost or managerial accounting courses. This is the mastered budget process, variance analysis, balanced scorecard, job order costing, activity-based costing, etc. The 4th section is internal controls. Final section being technology and analytics. This section covers content relevant to the AIS, accounting information systems, including topics such as data governance, technology enablement, and data analytics. Now, the second part, which is strategic financial management. This has some finance topics here, but majority is dominated by accounting. So the first section being financial statement analysis, focused on financial ratios, liquidity, profitability, turnover. You're expected to calculate the ratios and interpret them. For example, how is the company trending over time? How does it compare to competitors in your industry? Corporate finance focuses on risk and return models and the financial instruments. Decision analysis covers things like variable and fixed costs, cost, volume, profit analysis, and contribution margin income statements. Risk management focuses on best practices on enterprise risk management. Companies need to be prepared to managing risk by identifying them and create plans to defer, transfer. I think in everyone's best case, avoid them altogether. The investment decision section covers capital budgeting techniques like discounted cash flow methods, NPV, IRR, and other ways to evaluate investments for an organization, which, funny enough, now saying that, I actually am taking a intermediate financial analysis class, so I'm actually learning that. So kind of funny to say that. And finally, the last section focused on professional ethics. Ethics is such an important topic to IMA as well as the profession. Even if you go into CFP, CFA, even if CPA, ethics is a huge part of it. We cover IMA's statement of ethical professional practice in the exam section. The content covered on the CMA exam is really very relevant. If you were to show this list of topics to a senior leader in finance or accounting, it would tell you that they would need employees who have a mastery of these skills. So basically, when you're able to take the exam, it's basically 2 months on, 2 months off. So based on the months on the left, those are the months you're going to take the CMA exam. The months on the right, you cannot take the CMA exam. Once you enroll in the CMA exam program, you must schedule an exam within a year. You must complete both parts within 3 years, and you must fill your education and work experience requirement within 7 years. Now, what does it take to pass the CMA exam? Actually, we recommend about 150, 170 hours of studying per part, around 12 to 18 months to complete both parts on average. Up to 3 years allowed to complete both parts, and the pass rate is 50% globally, and the pass score is around a 360, about a 500. So basically, if you really do the letter grade here, it'd be about a C minus. And actually, to think about it, it's actually almost the same amount of time it actually takes you to pass the CPA exam. Because I think it's around 18 months to actually complete both, actually complete all 4 parts of the CPA exam, the current one. So kind of fun fact there. Based, like I said earlier, the CMA exam, it is rigorous, 4 hours per part, 3 hours, 100 multiple choice questions, an hour for 2 multi-part essays. The broad being accounting and finance, a little bit of finance here, majority in accounting. So now we'll be on to CMA as a competitive advantage for students. I love accounting. Accounting is my favorite. Literally, if you put a picture of me right in there, that's exactly me. Love accounting, love it. So basically, CMA, there are lower costs for students. So for students, you actually have to pay $39 a year for an IMA membership fee. For CMA entrance fees, $188, an exam fee per part is $311. Based on the left, there's our professional costs. So obviously, for students, you guys get a really, really good discount on those. So the way you can actually get the CMA certified while still in college is getting the. Wait, are you here for the meeting, or can we close the door? All right. Getting back to what I'm saying. So now let's talk about the CMA scholarship. So a fun story about that is based around, I think, my freshman year, I attended an IMA webinar. And I actually learned about the CMA scholarship. I'm like, okay, what is IMA? And I actually met one of my good friends who actually is the head of the accounting department here at FDU. Shout out to Professor Ron West. And I actually asked him if he can nominate me for the CMA scholarship. Now, he actually did. And the funny story is this, that originally I was offered it, and they usually would suggest, juniors and seniors to get it. So they told me, oh, we could hold the scholarship for you till next year. And then I said, okay, fine. And then the following, I think a day or two after, they emailed me saying, oh, the person dropped out of the scholarship. You can have it if you want. I said, absolutely. So, it's kind of a funny story to bring up every time I mention CMA scholarship. So what does the CMA scholarship entail? You get the entrance fee, the CMA program waived, the exam support packages with retired exam questions and a glossary of terms. Registration fees waived for the first attempts at both exam parts. So really, if you pass the CMA exam on your first attempt, you wouldn't have to pay a single dime. 2 years access to the Wiley CMA Excel test bank for both exams, and up to 3 years of IMA membership while pursuing the certification. And if you do become an IMA campus ambassador, you actually get another year added on. So you actually get a full undergraduate, 4 years of an IMA membership. That's kind of pretty cool. The eligibility students in the U.S. international accounting and finance programs, obviously FDU Silberman, it is, actually is eligible for it. Undergraduate, juniors, and graduate program, you come in if you want to open the door. Not. Nomination process, faculty may nominate up to 10 students per year. So guys, if you are interested in actually pursuing the CMA scholarship, ask one of your accounting professors. So, Collier, McGregor, West, Sampath, any one of those guys, you guys can ask them to nominate you, up to 10 people. can be nominated for the CMA scholarship. All right. So basically, if you're planning on taking the CMA exam early and you actually take it while you're still in college, it's basically the route you will want to go down. So for all my sophomores and juniors, listen up. If you're accounting majors, you really want to take the CMA exam in the senior year, this is what you have to do. You basically take your management accounting course and your IFA 1 course your junior year, then your spring junior year, you'll take your business communications for accounting and your intermediate accounting 2. Your fall senior year, you'll take auditing, advanced managerial accounting, and the first CMA exam part. Then the spring senior year, you'll take your financial statement analysis, and the CMA exam part 2. And basically, I am actually planning on taking the CMA exam my senior year, so I am preparing for that. So, like I said, CMA is a career boost. It can actually make you stand out from your competition. And basically, the CMA is actually overlapping skill sets. So roughly 30 to 40% of material is tested between both exams. And both the CPA and CMA designation require both continuing professional education, CPE. So you actually could double dip on those. So if you do a webinar with IMA, you actually carry that over to the CPA, which I know our governing body is New Jersey Certified Public Accountants. And basically, the CPA is more recognized in the US, but the CMA is more practical. And with a dual qualification, you stand out above the rest. And honestly, that's why I actually really wanted to do that and actually get dual certified CPA and CMA, in my opinion. So how students can see with Wiley CMA Excel, I'll talk about that in a little bit. But the moral of the story is the journey to the CMA exam. You have to pass the exams, education, you get your bachelor's degree, which is here. You have 2 years experience, maintain your active membership of the IMA, and maintain your CPE hours, which is very, very easy. I will share this slide of everyone at the end of this presentation. I will. I did include the IMA New Jersey chapters here. I am a member of the Morris Essex chapter. So if you guys want to come to one of those meetings, come say hi to me. All right. I don't bite. You guys can. Berger Rock, Meadowlands chapter, North Jersey Shore chapter, Round Valley chapter, and the New Jersey Regional Council is right there. I will mention 2 things. We are going to be having, I think IMA will be having their County Finance Conference next year, June 11th to June 14th at the Hyatt Regency in Minneapolis, Minnesota. So basically what this is, basically Accounting and Finance Conference for IMA. And we do hold an IMA Student Leadership Conference. And in the past 2 years, they have been virtually, but I can finally say this after 2 years in COVID, it is back in person, and that next year it will be held November 9th, November 11th, 2023 in Detroit, Michigan, at the Detroit Marriott and Renaissance Center. You'll be able to network with over thousands and thousands of IMA members worldwide. It is an awesome event to go to. I know I was actually able to attend it virtually, the 2020, 2021. Unfortunately, I might not be able to go there in person next year, but you never know. Anything can happen. But I think it's definitely a great opportunity for you guys to take on. So before I move on to CFA, does anyone have any questions about the CMA exam? Anyone on Zoom? Okay, silence and just say no. All right, part 4. Now, for the CFA, so all my finance majors, you guys are gonna enjoy this one. So the CFA Institute. The CFA Institute is a nonprofit self-regulating organization that is not formally recognized by any government regulatory authority. Members of CFA Institute are part of a global community of investment professionals dedicated to shaping and upholding the highest educational and ethical standards, cultivating fair and equitable markets, and serving investors and the wider public. So I know it seems like a lot to read, but a Cliff Notes version of this is this: a pragmatic way of looking at its mission is that it seeks to reduce the need for a government regulatory rule by certifying the competence and ethical standards of its CFA holders. So what is the value of earning a CFA certificate? Develop a comprehensive investment perspective, earn credibility with industry peers, and gain flexibility to work in any market. So just by looking at this, basically research analysis, a starting salary starts around $74,370 for entry level. Basically, when you do get CFA certified in 1 to 3 years experience, you basically will get around $96,480 as a starting salary annually. And this is based on the 2022 Robert Half salary survey that's there. But I do have some mentions for the CFA chart. I'm not going to read these guys to you guys because now I'm going to bore you guys to death about it, so you guys can look at it in your own time. But I basically going to show this to you guys about why people love the CFA Institute. So there it is. Okay, so moving on now. Who should obtain the CFA charter? Practitioners involved in the investment decision-making process, and finance students. You guys who are here in this room or here in this meeting right now, who desire to work in the investment management industry. Now, I know I've been saying CFA, you're probably yelling at the Zoom, you're probably yelling at your MacBook, or probably in your head, you're like, Jack, what is the CFA? Well, the CFA charter is the most highly respected designation in the investment management profession and is a globally recognized graduate level credential. Now, you may also be saying, why should I even care about the CFA exam? Well, basically, because of this. Okay, this is the gold standard in the investment industry and defines a mark of distinction, and it gains strong foundation in advanced investment analysis and portfolio management. So again, just to go more in depth of what is a CFA charter, it does demonstrate a mastery of investment management and analysis, asset allocation, and portfolio and wealth management. There's over 150,000 professionals across 163 countries. Wow. Now, you may want to know, okay, I actually want to do my CFA. How do I do it? Well, that's why I'm here, and that's why I'm here to tell you guys. So when should I start pursuing my CFA? You must have one of the following: the bachelor's degree, or being your final year, your bachelor's degree program, being a senior. So basically, you know, you guys are here right now, you guys can actually apply if you are a senior. And I think they actually dropped it down. I think last month they put an article out. They said they're going to drop, I think, the requirement. I think you could take it as a junior, which is kind of awesome. I think I did include that in the slides there, but 4 years of professional work experience. That this is not to be investment related. It could be anything in accounting, finance, anything. As long as it's professional work experience, it will count. And then a university experience, that combination of professional work, I told at least 4 years. Now, part-time positions do not qualify, and the 4-year total must be occurred prior to enrollment. So how do I attain the CFA charter? You have to pass all three. Yes, all 3 levels of the CFA exam and take the ethics pledge. And basically, you know, the CPA exam, it's 4, CMA is 2, CFA is 3. So you must obtain 4 years of professional work experience in the investment decision-making process. Now, this could be occurred before, during, or after you pass the exams. So basically, I have to call. All right, thank you, Zach, for that. And you must obtain 2 to 3 letters of reference. Now, you can actually get 2 letters of reference if one of them is a CFA charter holder. So that actually can vary. Now, and you must join the CFA Institute as a regular member. For example, CPAs, you have your state society, you have AICPA, IMA. For finance majors, it's the CFA Institute. That's the equivalent. So how long to attain the CFA charter? Now, when I saw this, I honestly said to myself, wow, it takes these people that long to pass the CFA exam. And this number might shock you, but it will. On average, to pass all 3 exams is 4 years. That's, if you put that in perspective, that is an entire bachelor's degree, in fully equivalent to that, which I'm like, wow, it usually take 18 months to pass the CPA CMA. I don't know how you finance majors do it. I don't know how, but it's just, it was shocking to me when I actually first went through these slide decks. There's a one-time enrollment fee of $350, and the registration fee is $700. And this depends on when you sign up for the exam. There is early registration, standard registration, late registration deadlines. I highly suggest everyone do the early registration. You guys save yourself some money, because really, you know, you don't want to be spending a lot of money on registration fees. So what do CFA charter holders do? They basically are portfolio management, researchers, consultants, chief level executives, investment strategy, risk management, relationship, wealth management, credit analysis, trading. Oh, look, even accounting and audit. See, even if you're an accountant, you can actually become a CFA certified, financial planning, and others. So this here is basically the old way of taking the CFA exam. You would have to go into a bunker with 1,000 people in the room. You have to sit, you know, and take the exam. Thank God they got rid of this in 2021, because you can forget everything I just said, because now I'm going to talk about, if anyone does not know already, the new exam cycle format, which I believe is so much better than just sitting in with 1,000 strangers in a freaking army bunker to be like, okay, who are you? Who are you? Like, it's just weird. So moving on, the CBT stands for computer-based testing in all 3 CFA exams, levels 1 through 3. We're moving to a digital testing from prior paper-based testing format. Our way of saying we are going green and saving trees. So I just want to throw that out there. And CFAI CBT partners with Prometric and the British Council. So based on the journey through the CFA exam cycle in 2022, level 1 will be offered in each quarter, and levels 2 and 3 will be alternating quarters. I actually mentioned 3 times. In 2023, level 1 will be offered each quarter. Levels 2 and 3 will be mentioned 3 times. Level 3, and I think level 3 will be February and August. So basically, if you want to think about it, basically, you know, the even years, levels 2 will be out in February, August, November. Odd years, basically offered May, August, November. Think about it like that. It's kind of a cool way to remember that. So now I did actually mention this earlier, that CFA, they just announced this back in November. CFA Institute to extend their CFA program candidate eligibility by 1 year. So going forward, students with 2 years remaining in the undergraduate studies will be able to sit for the level 1 exam. Expanding eligibility begins on November 1st, 2022. So for any juniors entering the room or finance majors interested in doing the CFA exam, you can now apply to take the level 1 exam for the CFA exam. So I'm very excited about that. But basically, let's talk about a timeline of if you're pursuing your CFA exam. So we're going to ignore this. We're going to ignore that. Let's talk about here right here. So in August, level 1, 2022. If you fail, you'll take it again in February 2023. If you pass, you'll take level 2 in May 2023. You fail, you take it again in November 2023. You pass, you take level 3 in February 2024. You fail, you do it again. And once you pass all 3, you take the ethics pledge, get your CFA charter, and maintain your membership there. So the Wiley CFA exam review product impact, the paper to computer based testing, all exams will be cutting down from 6 to 4.5 hours, basically a 1.5 hour difference. The reduced number of questions, however, the same things remain the same. Same average time per question, the same question format. So the multiple choice questions, item set questions, constructive responses, it's going to remain the same. So nothing is going to change. And basically, these are the early registration fees. I think for May 2023, the early registration fees canceled. I think you cannot do it. It's only standard. So for August 2023, $900 for early registration fee. Standard is $1,200. So exam format. I was so happy I passed one section of CFA exam. I forgot there's 2 more. If you think you only passed 1, you'll be done and over with. No. You got 2 more to go. But don't worry, it's all worth it in the end. So basically, we'll talk about now the time and question type. So basically, each level, it's basically be around 4.25 hours to 4.5 hours. There are item sets, multiple choice questions, and essay sets. I am going to talk about these more in depth, and we'll go over all 3 levels. But basically, in total, there's over 28 item sets, 268 multiple choice questions, and 11 essay sets, which I will talk about these all more in depth when we go through the levels. So speaking of that, let's actually go forward here. Now, we see here we have level 1 focus of areas. Now, if you guys are probably wondering what that green thing is, it's actually portfolio wealth management. I don't know why I did not show my slides here, but basically you see here that the main key focus here is investment tools and asset classes. Now, watch what happens when we move over to level 2. Now you see when we move over to level 2, investment tools starts to decrease, assets classes start to increase, and portfolio management, wealth planning actually starts to increase a little bit. Now watch how we go to level 3, because it's actually going to shock you when you guys look at it. Do you see the difference? Basically, portfolio management and wealth planning actually doubled in size, actually equivalent to the size of asset classes back in level 1. And asset classes actually increased, but that will actually almost decrease in size of what portfolio wealth management was in level 1. So now to go over what is going to be on the CFA exam, going more in depth, starting with level 1, number 1, setting the pace. So basically, this is all about recall. Learn to pace yourself. Timing is key. And I know I'm going to say this every single time. If you guys have ever heard a Wiley presentation, go to our YouTube channel and watch last year's. Time management is key to success. If you're not already time management skills already built into your system, I guarantee you're going to not do well. But please get them in while you're still in college. Please do. It'll help you when you take exams. Don't ignore ethics. Get to know your study style. There's one learning ecosystem. 10 topics are covered. 57 reads are included. 400 plus global exam locations. 180 multiple choice questions and 4 exams offered yearly. So basically, the topics we want to focus here: level 1, ethics, professional standards, financial reporting analysis, fixed income, and I get this won't like to work today. Come on. All right, there we go. Fixed income and equity investments, they make up 61% of level 1. So basically, here is a sample level 1 multiple choice question format. And I know it's the same thing you've seen on every standardized test, SAT, ACT. Oh, Jack, it's just direction. It's a question. You have the choices. It's nothing new you have seen before. Basically, it's well, you take an average, SAT test. So basically, you have a question, choices. It's very, very easy. So going on level 2, prep for mastery. Start with a quick review, get to know your lingo, be prepared to apply this knowledge more deeply. What I mean by that is basically this: take the knowledge that you have just learned and apply it to real world situations. Pace yourself and become efficient with vigilance. One learning ecosystem, 10 topics are covered, 48 readings are included, 400 plus global exam locations, 20 to 30 vigilance, and there's 2 exams offered yearly. And basically the 10-year average pass rate for level 2 is 45%. Actually, for that's just level 1 is actually 41%. And also the topic focus level 1 being knowledge and comprehension, and the topic focus being investment tools. Level 2, it's actually application analysis, and the topic focus being asset valuation. So the topics you really want to focus here: level 2, ethics, professional standards, financial reporting analysis, fixed income, equity investments. They make up 60% of level 2. And basically, this is what an item set question format will be on level 2. You basically will have, and I believe everyone's probably seen this before, you guys probably taking your English classes. Oh, you're given a story to read. And then basically a full 2 pages later, you're basically given the same 6-question multiple choice type of student level 1. So I basically see like this. It's the same thing as level 1, but you're only being added in is now to read something. It's actually, applying to what you're actually doing, in finals. So it's nothing new you have seen before. Now, level 3, it's all about the essay. Kind of actually, oh, that's rolling way too fast. All about the essay. Get it? All about that bass. Megan Trainer. Can't get that new song that she did out of my head. I can. But I will mention this, and this actually is brand new in February 2023. Item sets and constructive response essay sets will be mixed within each 2 exam sessions. So each session will have either 6 item sets and 5 essay sets, or 5 essay sets, item sets and 6 essay sets. Previously, the first section was all essay sets, and the second section was all item sets. Level 3 overall will not change. There'll be 11 essay sets and then 11 item set questions for 12 points each. Obviously, that just came out, I think, earlier today. I just read about it. It's all coming together. Be mindful of the time. Time management is key to success, everybody. Understand the format of the essay questions. Answer calculations questions and provide exactly what is asked for and nothing more. Please do not go in there in the exam and saying, oh, I'm going to write more. I'm going to get extra credit. Please do not go in there with that mindset. Please don't. Now, like I said, with level 3, it's actually a big exam because 40% of the exam is portfolio management, wealth management. That's literally almost half of level 3. The average pass rate is about 52%. The topics you really want to focus on here are portfolio management, wealth management, fixed income, and if my phone, like, all right, ethically investments, fixed incomes, ethical professional standards, they make up 90% of level 3. The topics will not be covered: quantitative methods, financial reporting analysis, and corporate finance. So basically, this is what a constructive response question format would look like. You basically be given directions, you'll be given a prompt. And basically, then you would have to write an essay on it. Now, I know this is before they started the computer-based testing, so just picture this as a giant text board. Just picture that, a big giant text box. You type everything in, and very, very easy. All right, so I did include it in the slides here. We had CFA exam dates and schedule, computer-based testing. What you need to know: 2021 CFA program exam changes, on-demand webinar, and some people may know this guy right over here. If anyone did not watch our recordings from last semester, you guys probably should remember, because this guy actually spoke to us last semester from Wiley. He is the head instructor for not only Becker's CPA program, but also CFA for Wiley. I don't know why he actually does both. I don't know why. I should have asked him that last time I saw him, but I think we are going to try and bring him to come back next semester. So as a little secret, we're going to bring him back next semester. Oops. So the course curriculum and weighting here. So basically, no overlapping in May topics from level to level. Exemptions in level 3, quantitative methods, financial reporting and analysis, and corporate finance are 0%. Note in level 1, the topics are evenly distributed with the exception of the last 3. And ethics, like I said earlier, in the CMA exam, is a big part of level 1, and we study thoroughly throughout the exam. Now I'm going to show you the CFA exam pass rates from 2008 to 2000, actually from 1963 to 2022. Yes, I know it's a lot of numbers, and believe me, I actually had to update them because apparently for some reason, Wiley actually put the incorrect numbers. So I had to do today was actually go into Excel, but okay, type them all in and just spit them out. But this is basically what it is for anyone who's actually interested. But I will say the overall CFA exam candidates pass rates 45%, level 1 is 41, level 2 46, and 56 for level 3. Getting past level 1 is a limited test since it is a progressive exam that must be taken in order the strong can move ahead. Explaining the higher pass rates for level 2 and level 3. The past 10 years have been pretty consistent average, with the exception of, and I basically talk about 2023, 2022. Now you may be wondering why there a big drop down in the pass rate. And yes, I'm going to be saying this. Yes, it's because of COVID. I know no one wants to hear it, but yes, it's because of COVID. And because of that, numbers of candidates dropped by 1.5 in the COVID period. 2020 showed abnormally high pass rates in level 1, level 2, but one late year exam and 1/4 of those numbers of test takers dropped. They may be wondering, why is this the case? Well, 1, because of COVID, and 2, the topic of deferred versus not deferred. COVID testing shows dramatic falls in pass rates. Analysis shows that deferred candidates did much worse than those who were able to take their exam when originally scheduled, and no curving on the exam. All must pass a predetermined bar. So please do not go in there saying, oh, we're all going to fail the exam. The freaking proctor has to curve us. Please do not go in there doing that, because if you are, you're going to set yourself up for failure. It's not like college where, oh, if we all fail, the professor's going to curve the exam. It's going to look bad on his end. No, do not go in there with that. So getting on to this, I know some people are actually into Bitcoin. Anyone into Bitcoin or crypto? Or all right. So basically, crypto blockchain isn't a passing fad. So Bitcoin boom is giving a rise to regulated future trading in Chicago CBOE. Blue chip firms like Goldman dabbling in digital assets and increased investor confidence in crypto-related startups. So for anyone who is interested in crypto, lucky for you, it's actually included in level 1, level 2 for the CFA exam. Reading is fine tech and investment management. Materials already been available already. Also, it's on camera in mid-November, and we did hire a new CFA instructor from our leading competitor, Kaplan. Yes, Mitchell.
Is there testing on crypto now?
For level 1, level 2 only, not level 3. But it's not like a whole lot. I think it's just like a little bit of it. Not like the whole thing.
After cryptocurrency.
We can't say that on our stream. We can't say that. You gotta, Rachel. I know, but listen. All right, sorry about that. So what now? Finder or Newton's first law of motion? You may be wondering, yeah, why is this cat there with, probably lounging on the TV, probably lying on the couch, watching Netflix and chilling behind a bowl of chips and hopefully drinking a non-alcoholic beverage. Yeah, trying to be, PG here, but Newton's first law states an object that rests remains at rest, or if in motion remains in motion at a constant velocity unless acted on by net external force. So for anyone who's interested, securities, investment advisor, security broker, the SIE exam or the Finder exam is for you. And luckily here at Wiley, we do offer test prep courses for those. So you may wonder, what is the SIE exam? So basically it's open to anyone age 18 years or older. So basically you can actually take the exam while you're still in high school, which is actually kind of crazy. Association firm is not required. Essentials exam results are valid for 4 years. There's 75 questions. All of them are multiple choice questions. There's an hour, 45 minutes to pass scores of 70, which is a C-, and the cost is $60. So it's very, very easy. So after you pass the SIE exam, you can take 35 possible securities license exams, Series 3 to Series 99, but I'll explain the 3 most common ones. Series 6, which sell package products as mutual funds and variable annuities. Series 7, general securities representative exam, and Series 66, combined uniform state law exam. All right, so before we go on the CFPs, anyone have any questions for the CFA exam at all? No one on Zoom. All right, we got a little bit of time. I think we will not have enough time to go over the Excel prep course, but I will give you guys links in our email that will send up probably tomorrow to watch those. But now the exam, I never had any practice on doing, but I'm going to do it. Why not? Because we did have, I think, some people come in this club here actually were CFA certified, also CFP. So I thought, why not? Let's talk about the CFP exam. So in this one, we're talking about the CFP board and CFP designation, the exam requirements, the exam format, and the application process. There are 4 E's to licensures when applying to go for your CFP designation: education, exam, experience, and ethics. So the CFP board is certified financial planner. So the CFP is a nonprofit organization that serves the public by fostering professional standards in personal financial planning. We set and enforce the requirements for CFP certification to uphold standards of competency and ethics for financial planners who are committed to the CFP board to putting their clients' best interests first. So the CFP board mission statement, I am not going to read that because believe me, we don't have a lot of time. We're going to go real quick on this, but the experience requirements, now I'm going to talk about that. Ultimately, you must complete 6,000 hours of professional experience related to the financial planning process or 4,000 hours of apprenticeship experience that meet the additional requirements. Qualifying experience includes activities involved in delivering financial planning services to individual clients, whether you engage with the client directly, supervise and support the financial planning process, teach financial planning related courses, or participate in internships or the FPA residency program. There are many ways to complete the experience requirements. So again, just to go over the difference between CFA and CFP, I know multiple speakers that came in the semester, I talked about what the differences are, but again, to make it more simpler to you guys, a Clip Notes version of it. CFA is the governing body, the CFA is the governing body for CFA. Not only that, there's 163 countries, around 150 CFAs awarded to date. I don't know why I accidentally put the CP there, but it should have been A. And then the CFP exam, they're governing by the CFP board, over 170 countries and 93,786 actively licensed CFPs. So there are 2 paths to actually earning your CFP certification. There's the normal path where basically you take the CFP exam. And if you're like, oh, Jack, I really don't want to take another exam. I just want to get it done and over with. Well, there's an accelerated path, but I'm going to get back to it a little bit because I want to talk about the normal exam first. So the CFP exam requirements. So candidates who have fulfilled the CFP board certification coursework requirement are eligible to sit for the CFP exam by completing a CFP board registry program. Hence, FDU Silberman is a CFP board registered program. So if you complete this, you actually complete one of the requirements. You can actually put a check mark on there. Or by completing equivalent work subject to CFP board's transcript review process. You could register for the CFP exam before fulfilling the certification course requirement. However, the CFP board must receive verification of your coursework completion by the education verification deadline for your selected exam administration. And you do not need to complete the bachelor degree requirement for sitting for or registering for the CFP exam. Note you will fulfill the note that you must fulfill the bachelor degree requirement within 5 years of passing the CFP exam. Now, you may be wondering, well, Jack, what's the CFP exam format? Please don't tell me it's another 3 levels. Please don't tell me it's going to take me about 4 years to get done. Thankfully, it's not going to take you that long. Because basically the exam format looks like this. Basically consists of 170 multiple choice questions addressing areas including the principal knowledge topics. You'll answer 3 different question types: standalone questions, short scenarios, and case studies. You'll be able to move forward to the exam at your own pace with each 3-hour test section. 3 hours to revise for the first 85 questions, another 3 hours for the last 85. Each section is subdivided into 2 subsections. Candidates may take an optional unscheduled break after question 43 of the first subsection. You'll also be able to take a 40-minute break between sections as well as any unscheduled breaks as needed. So this is basically what the standalone questions look like. Again, I'm not going to go over it again because it's basically the same thing as a CFA exam, the level 1 question type. So it's very, very easy. Then you have your short scenario questions. Basically give you a prompt. It's basically the same thing as level 2 in the CFA exam. And then level 3, which is the exam case study question. So this actually will be majorly a combination of level 1 and level 3 on the CFA exam. If you think about it, putting the pieces together, it's actually similar to that. So now CFP exam format. So basically, this is what the domains are. So professional conduct regulation, general principles of financial planning, risk management, insurance planning, investment planning, tax planning, retirement savings and income planning, estate planning, psychology of financial planning. Man, I keep saying planning and planning and planning all the time. Just right through my head here. The sections you really want to cover the most: retirement savings and income planning, 18% way on the exam, and also investment planning, which is 17%. All of these add up to 100. And I did put my speaker notes in there on which ones you guys really should go over. You guys will actually have that as well. Thank you for that. So what to expect on exam day? You'll need to bring both these items to the exam site: a valid photo ID, driver's license, match your name, 1 or more battery powered non-program dedicated financial functions calculator, a TI, I think it's a financial calculator I think you need for the class, which I think is very, very fine. You'll need a dedicated, actually that's the next thing I'm going to talk about now. Dedicated financial calculator. If you do take Toluca's class, he is going to ask you to actually use it. So better enough, he'll actually help you get one of your supplies for the exam. Calculator inspected by the test center administrator, and please do not go in there thinking you're going to cheat on the exam, because believe me, I've heard stories about, this is even for the CPA, CMA, CFA. I actually had one professor this semester that actually was a CMA instructor, and he told me, you go to these testing centers, they pat you down, they freaking make sure you don't carry everything on you, you put it in their locker. You can't cheat, because if you cheat, you're banned from taking the test for life. So please do not go in there thinking you're going to cheat. Please do not do that. That's basically exactly what I just said there. So the exam schedule, this basically looks like this. I'm not going to read this, but we do running out of time, so I'm only going to say what I have to say here. The CFP exam scoring. Oh, it should be CFP. Preliminary results are provided you immediately after taking the exam. Official results are provided to candidates by email approximately 4 weeks following the closure of the testing window. If you do not pass, receive diagnostic reports of your exam performance across the principal knowledge topics, would indicate your relative strengths and weaknesses so that you know where to focus your studies for the next time you take the exam. And they do not disclose official exam results over the phone, by text, or fax, to do it via email. So, and it is a pass or fail exam. So it's not like, oh, you have to get a predetermined bar. If you pass, you pass. You fail, you fail. Very, very simple. Nope, I did not do that. Now, the statistics, basically, I'm just going to show you guys this real quick, but one minute faster. But those are the statistics based on the July 2022 exams. So now you're like, oh, Jack, I want to get my CFP certification, but I already have my CFA. Well, before that, the exam dates and pricings. Basically, they do offer 3 times a year across 8-day testing windows that are replaced March, July, November. You'll be able to select your test date and size location from a network of convenient testing centers. Basically, your first come, first serves, Prometric centers, standard registration. It's a lot of money. I know it seems like a lot, but it's just crazy. But they do the examination dates, for registration deadlines, education verification deadlines are all there. Funny enough, one of them's on my birthday. Look at that, 14. So now I'm going to talk about the CFP accelerated path. So if anyone's actually planning to take the CFP exam, they say, oh, I want to take it, but I already have a CFA certification. Well, this is actually where you want to go. So basically, allows you to sit for the CFP exam sooner, expediting your plan of CFP certification, saving your time and money. That's because you can skip the majority of the coursework required for the CFP certification based on your knowledge gained from other advanced degrees or professional certifications. And basically, you basically get the CFP certified, CFA certified, CHFC, all those other things here. You can even get dual certified CFA, CFP. You can. So, and basically the path requirements, you'll still have to bypass the coursework. You'll still need to complete the capstone course, the capstone alternative, pass the CFP exam, the experience hours, and then submit official transcript of your bachelor's degree. Very, very easy. The course and the alternative, basically, that's what it is there. It's basically just a course you have to take in order, to take the accelerated path. And now the alternative, basically, includes completion of 45-hour financial planning development capstone course. There, candidates, we sit through all this. And okay, now, last thing I will mention so second last thing I'll mention, actually, I'll skip this part actually. So why choose Wiley? I know there's a lot of proctors out there. I know there's, Roger, Surgeon, Becker. I know I say it because they're a rival, but Wiley has the best content because they have hundreds of questions, complete study guides, and more. We have bite-sized lesson masters, an entire lesson in 30, 45 minutes. Free updates, free online access until you pass. Learn from the best instructors and outcome focus. Stay on track with their exam plan and powerful performance metrics there. So we're not going to have time to do this, but I'm going to step through real quick because I want to get to our announcements. But so basically scan this code, you basically get a free join a free raffle to get a free exam prep course of your choice. I will actually give you guys a link to all these flyers. I said you guys are such a great audience. You guys are all going to be getting a free complimentary course on us, a Microsoft Excel for accounting, and also 50% off any exam review course, CPA, CMA, CFA, FRM, FineRow. Scan that code. I will obviously put them in the email when I send them out later today. But thank you for having me. If anyone has any questions, please email me back. Before we all part ways for the semester, I just have a couple announcements to say. First of all, I know some of you guys were trying to come, I think for Metro, have our meetings in person. I am working with Metro SGA to try and get that to happen. So please be patient with us. We are working our best on that. I will stop